Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. A man is due to face court after leading police on a short pursuit at Waratah early this morning. Officers noticed a car parked in Station Street just before 2:30 and went to speak to the driver, but the car took off before pulling over a short distance away. A search allegedly uncovered an air rifle, 500 air gun pellets, a quantity of methamphetamine and several credit cards suspected of being stolen. The 28-year-old from the Central Coast has been refused bail to face Newcastle local court today, charged with drug possession, possessing an unregistered firearm, goods in custody and breaching the public health order. A man has spent the night in the John Hunter Hospital after being attacked by a shark on the mid-north coast. The man, believed to be aged in his 20s, was bitten on the arm while surfing at Crescent Head. Ambulance Inspector Andrew Beverley says bystanders, including an off-duty paramedic, dragged him to shore and treated his injuries.
The surfer had been attended to by local surfers and bystanders who provided immediate first aid, and a very effective first aid, thankfully, so with some quite experienced bystanders.
A 19-year-old man has lost his life in a horror motorbike crash at Cardiff. Police say he was riding an unregistered trail bike yesterday afternoon on Torrens Avenue, which clipped a ute before crashing into a power pole. The young man suffered fatal injuries. The 28-year-old ute driver stopped and spoke with police. A report is being prepared for the coroner. The Newcastle Secretary of the Union, which represents shop assistants, is urging shoppers to be patient and treat retail workers with respect. The latest COVID outbreak and the resulting tighter restrictions have prompted a fresh wave of retail rage, with shoppers having to wear masks and log in with QR codes at their local supermarket. SDA Secretary Barbara Niebart has told NBN shop assistants are again having to deal with irate customers.
It is quite dreadful to see this sort of behaviour. I mean, this pandemic has brought out the absolute best in people and the absolute worst in some other people.
Port Stephens Council is hosting an information night tonight from 5:30 for locals thinking about launching a career in local government politics. The session will cover the basics of being a councillor, as well as a chance for the public to ask questions. Council's Tony Wickham says the upcoming election is a chance for locals to represent the community they know and love.
Anyone that's certainly interested in the role of local government and the part that it plays in the community, certainly if they're community-minded people wanting to enhance and make a better Port Stephens, would certainly be inclined to attend these types of sessions to gain that insight as to what the role entails.
The iconic Castanets Club is being brought back to life almost 30 years after it ended, with a new exhibition opening its doors at the Newcastle Museum this weekend. For the best part of a decade, the group dominated the performance scene in Newcastle, taking over the classy lady disco with their larger-than-life shows.
2NURFM Sport.
Newly appointed Jets coach Arthur Pappas has continued his rework of the playing roster, announcing Perth defender Riley Wallen on a 2-year deal. Wallen is the second player from Perth to join the side, with New Zealand international Dan Ingham also agreeing to terms. The Commonwealth Boxing Council has announced that tomorrow's winner between Steve Spark and Tim Tszyu will claim the super welterweight belt. 24-year-old Spark was a late call-up to the fight, with original opponent Michael Zarafa sensationally withdrawing from the fight late last week. NRLW Knights coach Blake Green says he hopes to unveil the full 24-player roster later this week, with the season opener just over 1 month away. This comes as the side announced Caitlin Johnson as the inaugural signing for the club. And in golf, 18-year-old Josh Robard says he still has some boxes left to tick in Newcastle golfing landscape before he leaves for the University of Missouri on a golf scholarship in August. That's sport. I'm James Paris.
And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 7, 34, 22, 44, 15 and 19, and the supplementaries are 17 and 4. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.